June 17, 2020. Today, June 16, 2020 was yesterday. Last night, I had a dream that truly felt surreal. I woke up wanting to cry because I had a connection with these spirits that I helped. My twin and I owned a condo that is 1 bedroom, 1 bath, living area with the kitchen right next to it. But that condo had history. Or could it be that it's the land that had history? It could be one of the two. Or it could be both. Still unclear to me right now. I know that place has history because of the fact that from the moment that we stepped foot in that condo, I already felt a presence. And that's very much my spiritual gifts. I know if there's something or someone, whatever it is, within that space. And when my twin and I bought the condo, I wasn't afraid of it because I knew they were kids. I knew that these are children who were victims of abuse, neglect. They never felt safe, secure. And I didn't fear them. Not even a bit of fear. I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that it's because my twin and I were in union. Therefore, my spiritual gifts was very much, intact. My third eye was closed in that time. Now, this dream is taking me back in time. Even though my third eye was closed in the time that my twin and I were together in this condo that we had with her family, her siblings. Not much of her parents, but her siblings were there. The same siblings that she has now. So I'm having a feeling that this was just recent. This was recent, the recent life that we had prior to this life right now. So we were in the living area. Her sister was in the dining area fiddling with her phone, and her other sister was in the living room area. And we decided to bring the dining table to the living room because we're a big family. So we wanted to make room so that all of us could eat together. And then 3 kids show up on the side of my eye, on my left side of my eye. 2 boys, 1 girl. And then the boy was looking at me like this, smiling, and then laughing. And I wasn't shocked. I was surprised, but I was surprised like, oh, there you are. And I asked them, I said, what's your name? How old are you? I asked each and every one of them, and I was shouting at them because they're kids. They're kids that have been they're not used to being disciplined. So I asked them, I said, how old are you? How old are you? How old are each one of you? And they were just running around, they were laughing and just like they would show up and then they would disappear. Until I got fed up of it. I got fed up of shouting, how old are you? And you're not answering me. So I grabbed one. I grabbed his 2 arms and I lifted him up. And I looked at his face and I said, how old are you? And he was shocked because he's a ghost. Yet I was able to hold him. So much about spiritual gifts, right? And my abilities. I was shocked as well. Like I could do that. So, it's more of his soul, really. It was his soul that I was able to touch. That's really what it is. I can touch your soul. It does not matter if you're a ghost. It does not matter if my third eye is not open. I can see you if I want to see you. Now these kids, they were playing some kind of game with me. I knew that they were constantly observing me and my twin and, her siblings. And of course, at the time, my twin was not open to talking about spirits and ghosts because she was afraid. She wasn't as open to it. There was a part of her deep down that didn't want to even talk about it, But I told her, I said, do you see him? Do you see the 3 kids? There's 3 kids right there. And then all of them looked at me like, oh my God, they looked scared. They looked scared. They looked at me and they're like, where? Like, you're scaring us right now. What are you seeing? And I said, here. When I said here, they saw them. And then they panicked. They're like, oh my God, this is not real. And then her sisters were shouting because they were afraid. And then I said to them, no. Silence yourselves. Don't say anything. Just silence yourselves because I'm talking to the kids right now. So I said to the kids, this is my house. Okay. If this was your house in the time that you were alive, that was in your time. But this is my time now. This is my house. You will respect my house. So you will show yourselves to me. I want to see each and every one of you right now. And I want you to tell me your names, and I want you to tell me how old you are. And when they saw me grab the kid, because I was angry, I was mad at this point. I was frustrated. I was running out of patience. I grabbed the kid from his arms, and I said to him, how old are you? And he was shocked. He was like, like this. That's when all of them came close around me and they sat down. I said, sit down. Sit down on this sofa right now and face me. We're going to have a conversation because I know that you guys have been here for so long. But I want to know the history. I want to know why you're here. I want to know how old you are. There was a woman, a teenage woman who was born around 1840s, but she's still as a teenage girl. And here's what's crazy. I knew that she's a teenage girl even prior to them showing themselves to me, because there was a time before this happened that I was taking a shower, and she always loves to go behind me when I'm taking a shower. She'd always creep behind my back while I'm taking a shower. And I know that she knows that I know. Spirits are they know when you know. And she didn't want to show herself because I constantly, when I'm taking a shower, I always tell her, just show yourself. There's no need to try to scare me because it's not going to work. And one time, she really tried to scare me. Like, she looked like The Ring. Almost near The Ring, but in a more modern, old-fashioned Japanese horror film. She was wearing like some kind of white long dress that's it's like it's not really a shirt. It has like a strap. It's like a strap, a strap long dress that's very thin. And she didn't have a bra, she didn't have panties, she just, she soaked into it. And she had hair that looks rusty, Um, Never been taking a shower. It looks like a mess. Again, looks like The Ring, okay? And she just showed herself in front of me, trying to scare me. So I closed my eyes when I saw her, because if I focus so much on what happened to you, basically if I focus so much on the appearance that you had after your death, I can't really focus clearly. So when she showed herself in that kind of in that kind of appearance of how she, after she died, which is a horrible appearance, right? Because you died, and Lord knows when did someone see you to rescue you or to come for help, right? It could have been days, it could have been weeks, it could have been never. So that appearance that you had after death is exactly what I saw. And there are spirits who choose to show that to you or not. Now this teenage girl, really intimidating, wanted to intimidate me. So she showed herself in front of me, and I closed my eyes just like this. And then I talked to her soul. Literally, I said to her when I was closing my eyes in front of her, whatever hatred that you have had, whatever hatred that you have or had in the past, it is done. I know that hatred. I have felt that hatred. But there's still hope to change how you feel then to now. And then she kind of backed away. I was speaking to her heart. You see, people don't understand why ghosts and spirits, exist. It's because of regret. It's because of resentment. It's because of past pain, hurt, anger. Like the spirit, the soul. I'll tell you her story. I'll tell you her story in this video. She was amongst the women who were physically abused in the 1840s. She was raped, and she was beaten to death in that same bathroom. She was left there to die, and she did. She suffered there. No one knows her. She didn't have a family. Not a family that cared. She had parents just for the sake of having parents. Who knows if they looked for her or not? But she died there. She was raped. And she was beaten to death. She was suffocated. And there was no one to help her. I did not focus on the appearance that she showed me, which is horrifying. And that's what many ghosts do, to intimidate you, because they have anger. They have a lot of anger, a lot of pain. No, it doesn't matter your race, your color, your size. You're a spirit, you're a ghost, and you come close to me. I will not look at what you look like. I will look into your history. That's how I communicate with spirits. That's how I communicate with ghosts. It's your history I care about. And it's your history I will fight for. Especially if I am the one that you decide to come close to and show yourself to. When I saw her history, I spoke to her heart. I wanted her to have hope. Yes, it ended that way. Yes, you could keep the anger if you like. What's that gonna do? What is that gonna do for you? You're gonna try to scare me just to take out all your anger. It's not gonna work. I'm a twin flame. And here's what's surprising. They know what twin flames are. Every spirit, every ghost that exists knows what twin flames are. You don't need to explain. They know you. But you have to remind them that you are what you are. When I said that, she showed in her normal appearance prior to dying. Her normal appearance. Without, the horror. And then she spoke to me and she talked to me in the bathroom. And I said, no, let's talk in the living room. Because I'm taking a shower. Let's talk in the living room. Let's be decent about it. Okay? These kids, these teenagers, they don't have any discipline whatsoever. And as you guys know in my previous videos, I was talking about my dreams. I will discipline you. I will discipline you. Have some decency. I don't care if you're a spirit or a ghost. I will give you the time of day, but you will give me the respect and decency I deserve. Period. Spirits only want to be heard. They only want to be understood. Why? Because their time was taken from them. So it's in your power, it's in your will, how you want to help, how you want to give them that opportunity that was taken from them. She apologized. She went in the living room. All the kids were behaved. If I would count them, there were like 8 of them, 9 of them, probably 10. And they followed us everywhere. Yeah, they followed us when we go to the mall. My twin and I, and her sisters, her family, they always follow us wherever I go. They're there, behind me, next to me, just in the space around wherever we are. They're there. So I said to them when I went to the living room, let's eat first, because I'm hungry. And my wife, who is my twin, and we were in Union at the time, in our condo with her siblings. Of course, her siblings were frightened, but they were trying to not put attention to it, So I was trying to control their emotions at the time as well. And that's another one of my spiritual gifts that I've just awakened to because of this dream. I can manipulate your emotions. If you're afraid of something, I can balance it just by giving my intent. Especially if you're so afraid of a spirit or ghost. So they were manageable. They could manage at the time because of my spiritual gift. I could balance their energy. So we ate, and I told them, I said, here, I want you guys to eat. We're not gonna talk. I said to them, we're not gonna talk right now. This is a dinner, and we are gonna eat. No messing around, no funny games, just eat. And then they were eating. They ate with us. And then after we ate, I had them sit. We had a big sofa, just one sofa. And I had them sit there together. And I went and each one of them, from smallest to the tallest, I asked each one, I said, how old are you? What's your name? That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know your history, to know where you came from, why you're here, what happened to you. That's all I need to know. And when they were telling me how old they were and they told me their name, it's like visions of their life, where they came from, why they're here, what happened to them. And they know it, because when you're communicating to me as a spirit and you tell me how old you are and you tell me your name, I'm connecting to you. So it's just natural that whatever you tell me, you will vision it as well, whether you're a spirit or what. You will know what I'm thinking, because I'm connecting with you. So every child that told me how old they were and told me their name, they knew that I was seeing their past. They were replaying it. It's like a video recording, and you're just clicking, rewind, and you're playing it over again. And many of these kids needed to be reminded of their past, because imagine how many centuries, how many years you've been stuck in one place, and there has been no peace, there has been no help, until I came, until my twin and I came. I've constantly said in my videos, children have always been part of my reincarnation. I've always helped many. I've helped many. I cannot count. And I haven't forgotten them. Until one of them, when we went to the mall, and the teenage girl who was, in the bathroom, she's always with me wherever I go. If I'm in the mall, and we were going down the escalators. So this is a modern time. That's why I said this dream I had of our past life is very recent. I think that's the most recent before this lifetime. There's the escalators, right? So we were going down the escalators, and she's right next to me, and she wanted to give me something. And she was questioning me. She's like, how confident are you to help me? How confident are you to help us? Who are you anyway to really help us? And I said to her, I was an angel before coming here on earth. My twin and I, my wife, is an angel. We are angels before coming here. She's like, oh, really? And I looked at her. I don't fear you. What is there to fear? I want to help you. If you let me help you. That's my mission here, is to help those like you. And then she looked at me with hope. So she gave me something. And what is that? It's an ID of the murderer who murdered her. I don't know how she got in that possession. I don't know how she got it. But I took the ID of that person, and I followed that person. I knew where the person was. He was working in a big company. And he's not so much in the corporate, but he's kind of like an executive worker, employee. And I saw him because it matched. And I told the spirit, I said, what do you want me to do? What is it that you want to happen? She wanted justice. If you have justice, is that gonna answer everything? It's not gonna take away what had happened. Am I trying to be negative saying this? No. It's because I wanted her to think that it's not reliant on one thing. It's a choice. Even though you're a spirit, you still have choice. You still have a choice. So what choice do you want? Do you want to remain there? Do you want to stay there? Do you want to and any psychic medium who dares question me, debate with me in regards to choices, I will ask you right now, those who say that they're psychic and say that they're mediums when they're not. If it's not true that spirits have choices just like humans do, then why is it every home that you go to, why they stayed? Why didn't they go to the light? Why did they stay? Why did they do this? Why did they do that? Because they have a choice. And then you have all these paranormal activities, these cameramen who, threaten, harass spirits. Come out. Can you move this if you're actually here? You have no respect. No respect to anyone who watches these paranormal cameramen. And they have it on the TV show. No, you don't do that to the dead. You respect the dead. If you want them to respect you, you respect the dead. There are rules. Again, it angers me. As twin flames, we are built in compassion. And compassion is timeless, just like us as infinite beings. There is no time frame. There is no limit. It doesn't matter if you're just a spirit. You love. You give unconditional love. It does not matter if that soul is a spirit. I helped each and every one of them, my twin and I. And here's what's crazy. The following day, I asked them, did you guys eat? Did you guys eat already? And then one of them was holding our Sprite bottle. And he's like, wow, it's been a long time. I haven't really drank Sprite, and he's happy that he drank Sprite. And I said to him, well, is it true? I think at the time I wasn't as knowledgeable. And I guess my angels wanted me to be aware of this. I said, is it true? I said to the teenage boy, is it true that we have to offer food to you, to ghosts, to spirits, in order for them to eat? And he was like, oh no, I actually took some of your food, in the refrigerator, and yeah, we ate a lot. And I said, okay, that's fine. There are rules, yes, but I guess that's not, one of them. Again, it's a choice. You have spirits who are into eating. You are spirits who are, not as appreciative as to eating food, because it's not really, and then I guess it depends with your energy. It depends with your history, those spirits who didn't commit murder, those spirits who didn't commit anything bad, they are free to eat whenever they want to eat. But those who have done evil, those who have done bad, they're restricted, is what I'm saying. Okay? Those of you who are not aware. You guys hungry? You want more? And they're like, oh, that'd be nice, to eat more. And I said to them, okay, I'll tell my wife to cook. So my wife was the one serving them food. Like, fast forwarded to our last dinner. In my dream, we were all smiling and we were all telling stories, and they were family. And I woke up heartbroken. I woke up heartbroken because I have a connection with these children. I have a very, very deep connection with these children. It's like waking up from the dead. That's how it feels like. Awakening, this is how it feels like. Being a twin flame, this is how it feels like. I woke up and I remembered that that's how I felt when we had that dinner. They were smiling at me. They were laughing. They were happy. These are children that were causing chaos in that property, in that land. But I gave them peace and serenity. Of course, with the help of the divine and our angels. And these are kids that existed in different times. So they're not really a family. But at the end of it all, we were a family. And these kids were so grateful to me. They were grateful to me and my twin. And what was heartbreaking is that we left them. We had to. Because we had to reincarnate. And that's why I'm making this video. I don't know if this has anything to do with the Mercury retrograde that is going to happen this June 20th. But there's a lot of negative energy right now that's turning around like a wheel of fortune. And it's hitting many, many, many twin flames right now. So do not engage in anything negative. Do not engage in anything that's not good. This dream awoke in me to many things. And I woke up asking my guardian angel, why are you showing me this? Is this what I need to do again? Because what I really want to do is I want to build a charity foundation for young children here in the Philippines and in America. I want to run a foundation with our name on it to help children. And if ever this YouTube channel goes to a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, thousands of views, then I could use that money to make this happen, so that each and every one of you has done something good in your life, has taken part in something good in your life, that you can take with you in your afterlife. And that is what money cannot buy. Right now, I don't feel any fear. You're a spirit, you're a ghost. No. These children I'll never forget the smiles on their face I may have forgotten their names. I may have forgotten how old they are. But I'll never forget their faces. I'll never forget how they felt. Especially after I helped them. Each spirit or ghost, however you want to call it, they have a history. And if you respect that history, especially if it's traumatizing, the victims of abuse, neglect, these are the ones that you should shed your light. Yet, I see there are many who are witches, who can make it happen, who can help these children who have been abused, neglected in the afterlife. For example, the witches of Romania. Those of you who don't know history, look it up.